A few years ago, I was scheduled to speak to the senior leaders at my organization, and I was keen on making it memorable. As I started out, the audience was engaged, and I thought, yes, off to a great start. Do you know that feeling you get when you've been out in the sun for way too long on a really hot day? Your throat dries out, your skin gets clammy, and your pulse picks up pace. Well, a few minutes into my presentation, I got that feeling. Only I wasn't outside on a hot day. I was on a stage in a room full of hundreds of my organization's senior leaders. As my eyes began to spin, I took a sip of water and I gripped the podium to steady myself. The last thing I remember was thinking, oh no, I'm wearing a dress. Now, I know that negotiating contracts is not the most riveting topic, but putting myself to sleep, that was unexpected. And if you're thinking right about now, who had the brilliant idea to put her up on stage this time? Don't worry, Roddy has medical personnel on standby, just in case. So, the bad news is I crumpled like a pack of cards in front of an audience. But the good news is, I couldn't have planned anything more memorable. You see, it wasn't my first time speaking to an audience, and I knew my subject. So I thought, I must have a serious medical condition. You think the doctors agreed? I was embarrassed at the thought of facing anyone who had witnessed my public disgrace. So when my boss offered to fly me home early, I was tempted to run. Instead, the next day, I got dressed. In pants this time. And I went back to the room where it happened. I had imagined so many ways that morning could go, but it was nothing like I feared. Instead of ridicule and pity, I got a rousing ovation that moved me to tears. We all have good days and bad days. But we tend to judge ourselves by our worst moments, when things are almost never as bad as we think them to be. I love Winston Churchill's take on this. He said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal, but it's the courage to continue that counts." So when you face setbacks, whatever that looks like for you, I hope that you will embrace your imperfect humanity, because only in doing so will you find the courage to get up and try again. Thank you.